Now, we'll create To-Do app along with the functionality to save tasks in text file. So here, out of main method, I created list of task type. Task is a class which have two properties, description and is complete. Next, I created a variable to store file path where I want to save my tasks file. Then in main method, I called the load tasks method to load task from the file. We'll see this method in a moment. Next, I printed the options for user. Then I created the input variable and initialized it with readLine method to get user input. Then I created the switch and passed this input variable to it as condition. Inside it, I created cases according to the options and also called the methods accordingly. Next, I created a static type addTask method. Inside it, I asked for user input and stored it inside description variable. Then I created if statement to handle the empty input. Then I used task.add method and inside it, I created new task by passing description variable and setting the isCompleted property to false by default. Next, I created the remove task method. Inside it, I called the list task method. Then I asked user to provide the task ID to remove. Then I created if statement and inside condition, I used the readLine method and converted the input to int type and also stored the input in index variable. Then I set index to be greater than 0 and less than tasks count. Inside it, I used tasks.removeIt method and passed it index -0 because lists are 0 indexed. And in else block, I printed the error message. Next, I created the list tasks method. Inside it, I checked if task count is 0, then print the message and return. Then, I used for loop to iterate over task list. Inside it, I checked the status of task using ternary operator. Then I printed the task and status. Next, I created the mark task complete method. Inside it, I called the list task method. Then I created if statement and in condition, asked for user input to get the task index. Inside it, I set the isComplete property of that task to true. And in else block, I printed the error message. Next, I created the save tasks method. Inside it, I used using statement and inside it I user stream writer and passed file path to it. Inside it, I used for each loop to iterate over tasks list. Inside it, I used write line method of stream writer to write the tasks and status in the file. Here, I separated the task and status by using the bar. Next, I created the load tasks method. Inside it, I used the if statement to check if file exists or not. Then I used the using statement and inside it, I used stream reader and passed file path to it. Inside it, I created string variable named line. Then I used the while loop and set it run till file ends. As I set line variable to reader.readLine method, each line from the file will be stored in the line variable separately. Inside it, I split the line from the vertical bar because while writing the file we separated the task and status using this bar. Then we stored both split parts in this string array named parts. Then I used if statement and checked whether parts length is 2 or not. Then I converted the task status to Boolean type by fetching it from parts array using index 1. I used index because arrays are 0 indexed and task status is the second value in array. Then I stored this Boolean value in isComplete variable. Then I used tasks.add method and inside it, I added first value of parts array to description and also passed complete variable to isComplete property. Now run the program. First add few tasks. Now check the tasks list. Tasks are printed here along with status. Now mark one task as completed. Now save the file. Go to File Path to check the file. File is created, and tasks are also saved inside it. Now, remove one task. Check the task list now. One task is removed successfully. Now save the file again. Check the file again. Only one task is saved inside the file now. With this, our To-Do app is complete. That's all for this section.